Winnacunnet School Board meeting, August 21st to order, and if we could have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I'm going to open public comment at 6:30. It will stay open for 30 minutes. I don't see anyone here for public comment. So we will go to reports. Superintendent report.
Okay. I'm just noticing.
Do we want to do
We don't have a
Winnacunnet
student
Pride?
report on, so I think we should do Winnacunnet Pride first.
Okay, let's do Pride first.
That's okay.
Of
All
course.
right, so I don't have much because it was summer, but they had CETA Summit for the incoming freshmen in July, and then Fresh Start was last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that was really good. Freshman first day is next Tuesday, and then everyone's first day is on Wednesday. And then for sports, fall sports, preseasons and tryouts started this week, and that's about it.
So did you have a good summer?
I did.
Good.
Did you?
Yeah, it's gone by in a whirlwind, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So then we'll go to superintendent's report.
Okay. So I'll piggyback on those comments. Summer has gone by in a whirlwind. We last week had our administrative retreat, the 13th and 14th for 2 days, and a lot of that focused around our school improvement plans, work related to a portrait of a learner, as well as some conversation about supervision and evaluation, and some opportunities to discuss that with our groups. Our new teachers came back this week, so they're ahead of the students. They're in Monday and Tuesday of this week working with Dr. Casserly and other staff across the districts. And all staff, we're back today in our schools, and then we'll have our welcome tomorrow here at the high school from 7:30 to 8:15 is the breakfast, and we'll get started at 8:30. And then as you just heard, high school students are back next week, so that's exciting. We'll see our 9th graders on Tuesday, and everyone else will be back on Wednesday. We've changed the format a little bit of our reporting because Dr. Casserly won't be attending all of our meetings, right, in the same way that Dr. Hobbs used to, because we restructured that position a little bit. So she shared some highlights, including just the fact that she's been able to meet with administrators in all the buildings, sit with each principal, sit with Donna, the curriculum coordinator here at the high school, just to talk through what's on everybody's plate and get her arms around Portrait of a Learner. And with the high school in particular, she's also been involved, I think the workshop was last Friday, around math learning communities, which is a partnership with community colleges and local high schools to offer a couple of additional math courses for students to obtain college credit while they're still in high school. So we're exploring that and kind of partnering with them to explore those courses. And then Dr. Toomey is here, so if she wants to add anything about extended school year, she certainly can, but she framed sort of how we make the decisions about who qualifies for extended school year, and our program ran here during the month of July and was well received, and we appreciate the hard work of staff who come to participate in that program during the summer, as they do with Fresh Start and CETA Summit. And that's it. I think I did that all in one breath.
Wow, you did.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Breathe now.
All right. Curriculum and instruction assessment report is in there.
So I can speak to that. So we completed our NEAS process this past spring. Part of that process is creating a Winnacunnet School Improvement Plan. And essentially it's just a collective vision and roadmap of what we're going to do for the next 3 to 5 years. There's 3 themes that we created. The first theme is shared leadership and collaboration. Second theme is competency-based learning and curriculum development. And the third theme was climate and culture. And I believe we brought this forward a few months ago. And since then, we've established strategies and actions. And the plan right now over the next few weeks with the teachers and embedded professional development is to flesh that out. And if you scroll down to the last page, or second to last page, to actually identify who's responsible, tied to the teachers' goals, school-wide goals and individual goals. So actually Monday, Donna Couture and myself will be meeting with all the departments to go through the school improvement plan. And then for the first trimester of embedded PD, We will go a little bit deeper into it. They'll identify different areas to work on their goals and projects for this for the school year, and then trimester 2 and 3 will actually be working on that. So it'll be a school-wide initiative. Everyone will be familiar with what we're doing, and we'll get everybody focused in the same direction.
Great, thank you. Anybody have any questions? No, looks good. Special services report?
So this report is submitted by Amy Terrian, your special services coordinator here at the high school, and that's, again, part of the shift that we've made is to give you a little bit more information about the building level work. She won't open right now, but she highlighted some of the work that happened this summer with extended school year. So the theme for ESY was kindness this summer, and she shared some examples of field trips students went on, including Hampton Beach State Park, Bolarama, and Mr. McGowan's farm, with work in the areas of nutrition, self-care, helping others, vocational training, as well as some of the academics. There was a pop-up restaurant for staff, so you can see a little picture of the food prepared there. And then there's a program called Impact Academy that includes vocational rehab, Granite State Independent Living, and local high schools around the state to support students with disabilities in joining the local workforce as they transition from high school. And so there's a curriculum that focuses on job exploration, work-based learning experiences, post-secondary ed, self-advocacy, and again, building those workplace skills. So we had 5 students who participated in a 5-week program this summer, and again, very well received. So congratulations to them on completing the program, and thanks to Amy for all the hard work that she and her staff put in this summer.
Great.
Can I ask one question?
Of course.
So with this new configuration of the reports,
Yes.
it's going to be, your report is going to include Dr. Toomey and
Dr. Castley.
Dr. Castley, and then who's going to submit the curriculum instruction assessment
So-
report normally?
So that was submitted by Donna Couture
Oh, okay.
here from the high
okay.
school.
And we'll have them come here too.
Yeah.
I don't want to do
No, I just
Yeah,
want to
no.
make sure I know
Well,
like the
yeah.
gist of
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yes,
And
yes.
then this person, Amy
Terrian.
Terrian.
Yep.
Terrian, will submit the. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for asking.
All right,
We're trying it out, so we welcome feedback, but we're hopeful it provides you with a little more building-based information.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it too.
principal's report.
So just briefly, and we kind of alluded to it, Zoe did, as far as the summer programs, we had a great summer school program. We had over 60 students, and they recovered close to 230 credits
That's great.
to move forward and make up missed work. We had over 30 students of the class of 2028 spent 3 weeks here for the Cedar Summit program. This is actually the 13th year that we've run it. And they went to the beach, the Blue Ocean Society, and I believe they collected the most trash from the beach this year than in the past. They ventured out to Fort Foster, and they traveled up to Cannon Mountain again. As in the special services report, we did have students from the ESY program. They did come visit the farm and spend some time with the sheep and horses and walked around, so it was a lot of fun. And fall sports are well underway, and enrollments, we're pretty steady with the enrollments.
All right, thank you.
And all teachers showed up today, and then that was a
They
great
all-
day.
Everybody showed up, that's good. We like that.
Hopefully they're all coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I may have skipped.
We didn't scare anybody off.
Did you make any new hires within the building over the summer?
We do have 2 case managers that we hired for special education,
Okay.
but that was it.
Yeah, and I think that happened before the end of June.
Yeah, we
I
had
think
that, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just remember one year we came back and there'd been quite a bit of change.
Yes.
So I was
that
just curious, but
Post-COVID, but not this
post-
year.
Okay, great.
Love it. Your facilities report is in there, if you've got any questions. If anybody hasn't seen it, the pavilion out back is done, looks great with the pavers. And then the walkway out here, I just checked that out, and that looks great. If there's any other questions though, let us know. Finance report, we have Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt, the world traveler, love it.
Thank you. Good evening. So I have included the year-to-date expenditure report in board docs. So as you know, we're only a month and a half into this fiscal year. So When you look at the report, many of our accounts are showing limited expenditures or encumbrances. For example, most of our employees start work at the beginning of the school year, so all of those salary accounts will not show any expenditures, and it's not encumbered until their first payroll. Additionally, we are still in the process of creating our purchase orders and encumbering funds for the year. It'll be probably at this at next month's meeting, when we look at the expenditure report, you'll see a more representative encumbrances for the entire year. Similarly, I did not include the revenue report because we really have no revenue other than the town's appropriation from our member communities. We should start to see and start to post revenue again within the next month, and we will include the revenue report at next month's meeting. There won't be a lot there, but we will, revenue's kind of trailing, but we'll start to see some revenue sources at the September board meeting. And finally, I just want to note that our independent auditor, Plodzik & Sanderson, they did come to the SAU office earlier this month, the first 2 weeks of August. They were conducting their on-site audit. We will have an unreserved fund balance for September's board meeting, and that's important because we'll make a recommendation for an amount for the board to consider retaining as part of that retention fund balance. We have to do that on an annual basis. Last year, you retained $100,000, and then in every year you have to determine whether you return it to the which would go to the unreserved fund balance, maintain the same amount, or increase it. Additionally, we will have the preliminary audit results to present to the board. That will likely be at the October board meeting. So, thank you.
Thanks. Anybody have any questions for Matt?
I'm just glad he came back from Asia. Might have taken a job over there.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you,
Cheaper
Matt.
cost of living.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. We also have our June 12th regular meeting that I'll need approval for, so if I could get a motion for those.
Oh, I'll make a motion to approve the June 12th minutes.
Second, anyone?
I'll second it.
Second, thank you. All those in favor?
I'm abstaining. I wasn't
You
here.
abstain, okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
All right, and then we have the special meeting August 7th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 7th special meeting.
Thank you. Second,
Second.
thank you. All those in favor?
I have to abstain, I wasn't there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Winnacunnet School Board goals. On this one, I think I might table, because I'd like Tamara here, like a full board to do that.
Mhm.
But what we'll do is we can review the ones that we have here, guys, and then if there's other ones you want to add or tweak these, let us know, and then we can do that next meeting if that's all right.
Yeah, and if you feel like you want more time to discuss that,
Yeah.
I know Hampton Falls Board last night decided they're gonna meet earlier to work
Mhm.
on goals, start a little earlier, and then have their
Prior
regular
to.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort, so
That
I don't
wouldn't
know
be
if
a
that
bad
works
idea next time.
schedule-wise, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I
Good
think.
idea. Yeah,
We'll
just
work
meet
on
like at
that.
6 instead of 6:30 next time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Would that work for you guys?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Then we can do that prior to the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm. Yeah, can everybody make it at 6?
I
Mhm.
believe
Okay.
so.
All right, let's plan on that then. Thanks. Reopening plan update.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So this will be the last time.
I was gonna say, do we still have
This
to
is
do
it,
this?
yes, because our recipient of our ESSER funds don't expire until September 30th.
Okay.
So to comply with the statutes around ESSER funding, we need to keep an reopening plan active and updated, and it has to be updated every 6 months. So we last did it in February, so we are going to ask you to approve it as it stands. And we will simply update the date and repost it to the website. And then on October 1st, I hope to take it down and never look at it again.
And never see it again. I love it. So could I have a motion to approve the continuation of the reopening plan as presented?
make a motion to approve the reopening plan as presented.
Awesome. Second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Perfect, thank you. Pavilion and walkway?
Bill, did you
Bill?
wanna speak to
Those
those
are
at all?
just pictures
Oh,
of
pictures,
the
yeah.
process throughout, but it has been completed. I believe they probably finished everything for the walkway. They may have some work along the actual path, but I believe that the access ramp is all done. And then the other project that we're working on is pavilion, and they're almost done with putting the pavers down. And then around the pavers between the blacktop, they'll be putting stone dust.
Stone dust, okay, perfect.
So
That
wait,
looks
what is
nice.
the goal of the viewing platform? Cause you can't get there from any of the pathways, right?
Yeah,
you
you can
can
get
get
there
it-
from the front of the,
Oh, you have to cut across in front of the
The bleachers.
bleachers?
Yeah.
Then you can see what, multiple fields from that
You
spot?
can see softball and one of the soccer fields.
Okay. Alright, the band.
all right, thank you for those. New business, we have policies first read.
Yes, so these were from our late May meeting, I believe. They didn't quite make it to the June agenda, but it's a small list. The first three apply to our non-discrimination policies, and specifically, we needed to add a clause that references the USDA non-discrimination statement. Because we were a recipient of we participate in the federal school lunch program, we had to add that specific clause to those first three policies. And then there was a heading correction because that was missing from the first of those policies. The second policy, ACE, non-discrimination on the basis of disability, did not include information pertaining to 504 plans. Did I say 50 floor plans? Or
Yep, you did, but
I
that
did.
was, you know what, I
Uh-huh.
knew what you were talking about though. Sadly,
504 plans?
sadly, the floor plans, yeah.
Wow.
That could've gone by.
Yeah,
the whole
I
thing,
know,
nobody-
nobody would have noticed.
But I noticed, thankfully, I think. 504 plans, and so 504 is separate from special education, but it does apply to discrimination on the basis of disability and particular accommodations, and so this just cements that that protection is included in that policy. And then the last group of policies, which are 2 identical policies and then another set of 3 identical policies. The first one which pertains to drug-free workplaces and drug-free schools. And there is a federal requirement that when employees report to us a work-related drug conviction, that they have to do that in writing. As a practical matter, that's generally not going to be an issue because if an employee is convicted of a work-related drug offense, in a school setting, they probably are no longer continuing as employees, so.
Only a work-related drug offense?
Yes.
So if they got arrested for, is a DUI a drug offense? I don't know if that counts.
It
If they're out and
doesn't
about
count.
that does not count.
It does not count in the definition of the
Okay.
law, but
So if they had intent to sell,
Correct.
whatever, out in the world,
mhm.
they don't have to report that.
They do actually,
Oh,
under
they
the,
do.
under the code
Okay.
of conduct for New Hampshire, they have to
Okay.
report it, but this policy is specific to a federal requirement that, anyway. Which I'm sure is
I
very
think your
relevant in
workplace would
other
already
types
know.
of workplaces.
Right.
Exactly.
It's very
anyway.
silly.
It's a, what can I say? The second group of policies, those last 3, ADC, GBED, and JICG, specifically relate to use and possession of tobacco products. So there's specific language that prohibits providing tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, e-liquids, etc., to persons under age 21. There was also a specific reference to district buildings added into that because it didn't specifically say buildings, it said at school and on school grounds, but it included the word buildings to make sure you understand that all property
Everything is
is
included.
included.
Mhm. Okay. Awesome, thank you. Next one, acceptance of the gift.
Yes, we received a generous donation from St. Vincent de Paul of Hampton for students' meals to cover unpaid balances in student meal program, going back to last year's
Right,
balances,
23.
correct, to
Mhm.
cover the end of year balances.
What was the balance at the end of the year, do we know?
We do know, but I do not have it with me.
That's okay. When you get a chance, let us know.
Matt, do you know offhand what the end of year unpaid lunch balance number was?
I don't know.
It's okay.
And it was,
Matt's like, was that on the itinerary in
Yeah, I know,
Hawaii?
right, boy. Don't make me answer this now.
I think it was a little more
Okay.
than the 5,000.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Probably, yeah, I don't wanna venture a guess.
No, don't worry about it, that's fine. I just wanted a ballpark figure of like
It was
what.
more than that amount. though.
Okay, it is more than that. All right.
How much does that impact, like, the food services? Cause didn't last year we have a surplus of money?
So this is the student balances.
Okay, and you
So
can't
we-
apply the surplus to the student
We
balances?
can, no. So
Oh,
unfortunately,
That's dumb.
the food service program can't pay or cover the food service families' balances. The general fund can. So,
Okay.
so that's how we reconcile at the end of the year, is via the general fund.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So I need a motion to accept it,
Oh,
because it's
yes, forgot about that part.
over the limit. All right,
I'll move that we accept the gift from St. Vincent de Paul of $5,000 to cover the outstanding encumbered balances of lunch program.
perfect, thank you. Second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor? Thank you. We have the copy of the parent-student handbook. We need approval on that. Is there any, and were there any major changes in that? No, okay.
The only major section, we took out the COVID section.
Yay. Oh my God. Okay, so I need a motion to approve the handbook.
Motion to approve the 2024-2025 Winnacunnet High School Parent-Student Handbook.
Thank you. And a second?
Second?
Perfect, thank you. All those in favor? Awesome. The student athlete and parent handbook, anything changed on those?
Mostly just whatever we get from the NHIAA, just minor changes, but.
Okay, all right.
You will note attached there is an emergency action plan that is required under state law now. That went into effect last year. They added a couple of additional pieces this year, but we share that information that's provided to all of our coaches and available in different
good.
locations, so everyone knows what to do in the event of an emergency.
Okay. And this Officer Connors is our new,
Yep, Ian Connors.
okay.
Who is that?
He's a new school resource
SRO?
officer.
Yeah.
He's from Hampton, but he was in the Hampton Middle School, so he
Yeah.
knows some of the students.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I've heard,
that's
good
good.
things, yeah. While this is up just as a, this is the beginning of the year, student athletes and parents and whatnot, it's just, I would really like it to be out there and to be known that when you're on these teams and you're representing Winnacunnet, that you represent us. When you've got that uniform on, you need to be, your behavior is a direct reflection on this school, so I'm asking for all students and parents to behave in such a way that you make us all proud, basically, you know. It's hard. In the heat of sports and whatnot, you can get crazy, but we really need to put our best efforts in at this point. So I just wanted,
And we will have the parent meeting next week, and I will reiterate that message.
great, yeah, because I want people to think of Winnacunnet as that team that is the good sportsmanship, the, kind to officials. I don't want parents screaming at officials. I don't want kids screaming at officials, those kind of things. So we need to get that back. I think we kind of, we need to be on top of that at this point. So, yeah, that would be great if we could do that, so. Motion to approve that?
I'll approve, make a motion to approve the student athlete and parent handbook.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Thank you very much. Extracurricular stipends committee recommendations. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, so as part of the collective bargaining agreement with the teachers union, we do convene an extracurricular stipends committee on an annual basis, and the purpose of that committee is to review all the stipends and make any recommendations to the school board to adjust, add or remove any stipends, and that's based on participation levels, any type of change to our various athletics and non-athletic teams and groups. So we did meet in June, and we do have a few recommendations. There are 3 recommendations, the first of which is to increase the marching pep band advisor stipend to $3,868, as well as increase the assistant marching band percussion stipend to $2,500. And that's to better reflect the time commitment of those activities, and to better align with other comparable activities. Furthermore, we're looking to remove the sailing club and cycling club stipends of $568 and $1,364 respectively, and that's based on lack of participation. And as you know, we do review this annually, so if there is student interest, we can always add those stipends back. We could also come to the board at any point during the school year and make a request if something does change. So those adjustments require no additional funding or cost, but we are asking the board to approve those recommendations. Additionally, I just want to note that we did have some discussion about 3 other stipends that we would like the board to consider during budget development for 25-26. We did look at the assistant band position, drill, and color guard. Those would be new stipends that we will have discussion, will present and discuss during the budget development process.
Okay. So the ones though that for the adjustments, there's no monetary right now that we're voting on, right?
Correct. We're essentially moving money
Moving
between
around.
stipends. So,
Okay.
and I was just planting the seed for some potentially new stipends down the road.
All right. Great. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to approve the recommendations?
I'll make a motion to approve the extracurricular stipend committee recommendations.
Second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. And a special thanks to the extracurricular people, the coaches, the advisors and whatnot. I know it's time consuming and it's nice, and I know you're getting compensated for it, but it's appreciated, the time that they put in. So at this point, we have 2 minutes before we can close public comment.
It's a good time to look at our upcoming meetings.
We can do upcoming meetings.
So
There
I
you
think
go.
we just agreed that on September 18th at 6 o'clock, you'll have a goals workshop, and then the regular business meeting will start at 6:30. And there's no joint board meeting on here, I think because we don't meet until October, so
Oh, that's
for
right.
the joint board.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on anything? No? All right, good.
I can give
Go.
a shout out to our facilities staff just for how great the building looks, getting ready for opening. It is
It did look great.
Beautiful inside coming into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work, but both outside and inside look tremendous, and we've had a lot of projects going on, as Principal McGowan can tell you, and Dr. Ferreira can tell you. It's been a very busy summer, and somehow, miraculously, they always pull it together to be ready for staff to return and students to arrive. So we just appreciate their hard work.
It really did look great pulling in. It was like, well, brand new school year. Everything looks incredible.
Same feeling, I was
Yeah.
excited. It's
Me
like,
too.
Nice.
I do like that, so.
Zoe, are you feeling that excitement?
Mixed emotions.
It's mixed for you. I understand.
Right? Senior year, though.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Also a little stressful, but
Yep.
yeah.
You know what though? Take it day by day.
Mhm.
Try not to get into that stress part, so.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so it is 7:00. I am going to close public comment, and we are going to go into non-public. Zoe, thank you for coming. You're all set. Thanks. And we'll see you next month. Good luck and have a great start.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I need a motion to,
Enter
Non-
non-public.
to enter non-public.
This is Nicole's.
I'll
Yeah.
make a motion for
Yeah.
roll call
She's
to
got the
enter
numbers.
non-public session under RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, A and C at 7:00 PM.
Great.
I'll second that.
Desiree Potter,
Yes.
Leslie LaFawn,
Yes.
Nicole Seacock,
Yes.
and Tricia O'Keefe.
Yes.